Salut, it's Bella.
And me.
Who are you?
Bella.
I'm so excited to watch this people with you. Today I'm building in Mount Komorebi. So the world that came with Snowy Escape, and I'm doing a kind of traditional Japanese countryside build. Or at least I'm trying to. I did some research.
I was gonna ask.
I feel like you can just never do enough research if you haven't actually ever been there.
And even then.
Yeah. So I'm sure this is never gonna be actually correct, but I tried, and So I thought they'd probably have bought this traditional house, which is always my story, I feel like. And I mean, it has a lot of traditional elements, I think, but there's some modern stuff in there, definitely.
Right, so if you are Japanese and you live in a traditional home, which by the way is awesome, please let us know what's wrong and what isn't. And we mean no offense. But okay, I'm gonna say this. This already starts to look like what I would imagine a traditional Japanese home looks like.
Yeah, see, me too. That's what I'm saying. I tried with the architecture. This is a limited pack build.
Really?
Yes. Would
you
you have
for the
imagined,
first time.
yes, that you would ever hear me say that? So this only contains the base game. Obviously, that's what you build need. And then it contains Snowy Escape,
right,
obviously, and Spa Day. And
that's it?
That's it. I only use Snowy Escape and Spa Day.
Did you do the interior at all?
Yes.
Oh god, that's pretty crazy.
And then here's the catch.
Oh man, there's
so
CC in it.
If you do have university, you're also gonna have a bike, so you're gonna see me place that one bike. I just need to do that. It's my thing. I need to place a bike. It just elevated the whole outside.
Okay.
So if you don't have university, that's all you're gonna be missing, that one bike. So I thought that's not really a problem. And then this build actually relies heavily on some water features outside, which absolutely work with just the base game. But I completely forgot that there's only clear, like, swimming pool water in the base game.
Right.
Which I think looks really fun still. I kind of really enjoyed that look. So that's what you're gonna see through the whole speed build. But then in the end, I did change it to the pond water that came with, or it's a spring water, I think, that came with Jungle Adventures.
That's a lot of caveats. So it's limited
No,
packs.
I'm saying you don't need that.
Okay.
That it's just gonna look a little more natural if you do that. But as I said, I actually really enjoyed the base game look. So yeah, I'd still say you need Snowy Escapes and Spa Day.
Right, of course. Okay.
That's it.
Gotcha. So I read a post the other day.
Oh yeah, and you're right. I'm sorry, but you're right. This does contain CC.
It does?
It does.
Oh
yes,
man.
I wouldn't do a limited pack build without CC.
Oh my god.
I just couldn't do it. So this has exactly one set of Alexandra CC, the Kyoto set.
Okay.
It's all there is in this. And it's all linked. You can get it from just one place, no worries. So if you want to download this, first link in the description. Okay, sorry, you can go ahead, yes.
So no, I was reading the other day about...
you can do that?
Yeah, actually, I am quite skilled in the art of reading. It was this person, basically, they were Japanese. They were Japanese, and they were talking about how part of the Japanese culture is being very, proud of the culture itself, and also wanting to share that culture. Because there was someone who was kind of like calling out someone else for misappropriating the culture or whatnot. Mm-hmm. And they were basically like, no, that's not what they're doing at all. This is really a big part of our culture to share and put it all over the world. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah, but I mean, it's always about how you use it.
Right, of course.
is a respectful
No,
what you're doing,
of
and
course.
then that's always going to be
Because
fine.
that's
I'm
also
sure.
another big thing in Japanese culture, I think, is respect.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so I tried my best. What you can see me doing here is I tried to make my custom roof texture. Basically, I saw that kind of thing in a reference picture I used on some traditional Japanese roofs, and I really enjoyed this. I think the roof textures in The Sims 4 at least lack a lot. So I built this, and you actually only saw me doing one tiny part of this because it took me hours. It actually took me hours to do this. It's just a tedious kind of fiddly work, so I cut that out. And then also, after I had done about 2/3 of it, I had realized that you would see it during gameplay, so it wasn't gameplay friendly because I lifted all those parts from the ground instead of the story that it's supposed to be on. So I deleted it all and did it again. So I saved you from watching that, but just so you know how I did that. And I really enjoy that look. Might do that more often in the future, some kind of custom roof things.
Is that, when you go through like the subreddits or whatever, is like Asian buildings, is that like a theme? Do people do that?
People have definitely done that before Snowy Escape came out.
Right. I saw
think
Harry's build.
I think it's definitely a concern or an annoyance for people that EA basically almost only publishes American worlds.
Yeah.
Which is, it depends on who they're publishing this for, but the world's not only America.
Which is funny because I feel like a lot of the worlds also
or North America, especially.
Don't sound American. Like the city. What was the city called?
San Myshuno. Yeah,
That
that's a
doesn't
mix.
sound
I'd say the city is a mix of between New York City and
like Tokyo. I've not been to Tokyo.
But all most of those typical residential words are very North American, and
which no offense, but sometimes it tends to be boring.
Yes, and just not very relatable for some of their players.
Like,
I'm guessing most of their players are North American, but
do you think so? I wouldn't think so.
From checking out the subreddit and checking out who watches my YouTube videos and follows me on Tumblr, that kind of thing, most of those people are North American, but could also be that those platforms are more used.
That's what I was gonna say. I think
by
so.
North American
I think
people.
so. Especially if you think of countries like China or Russia, I think they use different platforms.
Yeah, that's true.
Not all of them, of course, but there are different platforms for them. So, yeah, I think I would probably assume that most of the players are not from the US.
Oh, okay.
Or at least the majority.
That'd be interesting to see some kind of.
We should look that up.
But yeah, it'd
up.
just be fun for everyone if there were more international kind of worlds.
Yeah,
and some.
absolutely. Because I think especially if you go through like European countries or Asian countries for that matter, architecture varies a lot. Especially,
and it's very interesting.
Especially from US architecture. And looking at like suburban homes in the US is just kind of, it's kind of all the same.
Yeah, so before this pack came out, people had to use even more CC. And now it's only one pack. I think this is actually a really nice pack. Snowy Escape, I really enjoy building with it, which is why I've used it in almost all of my builds recently, I think. So yeah, I'd love to see more of that. By the way, this is the water feature, or the water features I've been talking about. So this house has that pool area, natural pond area in the back, and then this fountain area in the front, which is sadly, it's not unusable, because if you have that teleport your sim mod, I'm not really sure what it's called, but if you use the post players, and I'm sure you have that as well, then you could teleport your sim there. because I'm gonna put a little seating area on that little area there, and then you could use that.
So, okay, sorry to interrupt. From what I can tell, I've looked up some statistics. I think these are only PlayStation 4, which I think will scale pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
From what I can tell, the US has only 35% share of
35.
Yeah. This looks very complicated. I haven't read the whole thing, but that's what it looks like to me. Which I think is not, it's obviously a lot. It's more than any other country. Like the UK has 11% and Germany has 6% and Spain has 3%.
But I mean, yeah, it's not about the singular other countries. It's about
the whole mass.
North America or not North America.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. So then even more, I think they should cater to those people a little more, I guess.
Is it made by EA US?
I think so.
Because I thought it was made to the people in the UK, but I'm not sure. But as of last year, The Sims 4 reached 20 million players.
Oh.
Which is, I don't know if that's a lot actually, but it sounds a lot.
The Sims 4, because a lot of people still play The Sims 3 or The Sims 2 and prefer those to The Sims 4.
Which is funny because I saw a post the other day about The Sims 3, how when you were like, how you could dig with like a drill. And if you were to do that close to a bank, there would be a chance of robbers coming out of the hole that you dug, which I thought was really cool, and that's something they didn't implement in Sims 4. Yeah, I actually saw a lot of people complaining about how they just kind of removed features for the Sims 4 and sold them as DLCs.
I mean, they've always done the DLC kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. Which is a fine concept, I think. If the base game is a whole game by itself, and then the rest is just add-ons.
Yeah.
Yeah. But obviously some people prefer to, especially with this kind of content where like you also want to download builds that other people make, and you're maybe not gonna have the packs for it. That kind of sucks. So some people will probably prefer just getting a new game, like The Sims 5, for instance, where you can just kind of have all this stuff.
What makes you think The Sims 5 is not gonna be unfinished when they publish
it? Oh,
it?
no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's gonna be the same, but I'm saying a lot of people probably would prefer having like a whole game that you pay for at once.
Oh, definitely.
And then you just kind of keep the stuff until the next game comes out. Which is also what I prefer. This game is crazy expensive considering all the packs.
It really is.
And from what I can tell,
especially if you weren't into it at the beginning, because if you want to own all the packs, you're just gonna have to pay all of it at once.
It's like $700.
Yeah.
Which is a crazy amount.
Yes, it is.
I also don't quite understand why, because listen, this is not, I'm not trying to go on a rant or whatever, but they bring in new models, I get that, and sometimes they do new like gameplay features from what I understand.
They do that all the time.
Oh, okay.
Except for stuff packs, which are not supposed to have.
But it's EA, so it's gonna be expensive.
But the stuff pack that's coming out next actually has a new career and stuff, which usually is reserved for game packs.
That's kind of cool. But how much are these packs? They're like $20-$30?
Expansion packs are $40.
Oh my god. That's like a whole game.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that making a career and some models is the same. They're selling like Red Dead Redemption for $40 now. It's like the equivalent to that amount of effort. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean that's why CC is so amazing.
Right.
And when it's done well, I really enjoy that.
Yeah.
I try to put a lot of activities in this build as well, so I think I hope it's really gameplay friendly and it's play tested. I actually had to change a lot during play testing. I don't know why this was so, there were so many problems with my sim not being able to get anywhere basically. And so I'm just gonna warn you, some of the things you're gonna see a little later on, I'm gonna change them. But I do that on camera as well, so you can see that. And I'm really excited for you to see the interior and tell me who you think lives there.
Oh, right. No, I'm also excited. I haven't seen it yet. I think I don't. If I think of a traditional Japanese home, I can think of the exterior, but I don't really know what the interior looks like. So in terms of like accuracy, I have no idea. All I'm thinking of right now is like sliding doors, and that's what the size of it.
This doesn't have a lot of sliding doors because it doesn't have a lot of doors in general.
Right.
It's a really open floor plan. You saw me place that bike there, by the way,
Yes.
just now.
Yes.
Yeah. So as I said, I've done some research, but I'm sure this could be a little more traditional than it is. As I said, the interior I didn't focus too much on making it really traditional.
Is this the pool water you were talking about?
Yes,
I
that's
think
why
this
it's
looks fine
so
as well.
see-through. I
Yeah,
think it's
no.
really interesting, kind of how it's so shiny and it looks really tidy
Right.
in a way. So I did actually enjoy that. I wasn't sure if I even wanted to change it to the Jungle Adventure water for the download.
Do you think? I mean, obviously, this area here in the front, you're not gonna take a bath in that. But like here, is that something you would enter, or is it just like for visuals?
You mean in real life?
Yeah.
I would think this is just for visuals.
Okay.
There's, oh yeah, sure. Do you see those plants on the water, those water lilies?
Yes.
The koi fish do swim under this.
Oh,
I'm pretty
okay.
sure you're not supposed to go in ponds where fish
Yes.
are
You're not.
in. So yeah, that's also why I put those stepping stones there. I'm not sure if anyone would actually use these if this was a real home. Did you see the stepping stones?
Yeah, I did.
It seems kind of dangerous to me.
You think so?
Wouldn't they be super slippery just from like the water?
I've
washing over
I've
them
actually
sometimes?
seen these kinds of stepping stones in like water before.
I have too.
In Asia.
And in like nice gardens and stuff, and
Right.
I'm sure I've stepped on them, but I'm not sure you're actually supposed to step on them.
I would think so. I would think there have to be some kind of, maybe it's some kind of stone that usually doesn't, get so slippery when it's wet. I have no idea what you're
Yeah,
talking
or
about.
you just put on your swimsuit and are ready to.
Just imagine you have all this water around your house, but you can't like swim in it at
Yeah.
all. It's
Yeah.
kinda-
I'm sure you would at least dip your feet in this little fountain area in the front
Right.
when you sit there. I love water. I love water so much.
It really depends
love
on
to
the
have a
water
pool.
for me.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I don't know what kind of water you're gonna replace it with, but I can always imagine when you have a lot of plants in the water, it gets like all green and
Yeah, it
that.
looks really green, but that's just kind of natural
then
water.
you can't see through it, and I don't know what kind of big
I mean, if
monstrosity
it's
is
your
awaiting you.
private pond or whatever, you are gonna know that there's no pond monster in there.
What if I put a pond monster in there?
Then you're gonna know there's one in there.
Well,
Either way, you're gonna know what's in there. You're not gonna have to see through the water.
I like the kitchen. I like that kind of I like the stone.
Yeah, I really enjoy that too. This kind of live edge
Yeah, why don't we
detail is
have
really
that?
nice.
Why don't I have that?
Oh yeah, here I forgot to record
What?
some of my building of this genkan. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, in the bathroom. So yeah, you just saw me
Hold on,
place
was that a wooden bathtub?
Yes.
How does that work?
Oh, I'm no
Is that-
bathtub expert.
Is that an actual thing that exists? Do you know?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
That's crazy. I want one.
So I also made this little study area with a lot of like traditional decor.
Right.
So you're gonna see me put a Japanese vase there, and then this really cute lamp. So I would say these people definitely enjoy having their culture around them.
Right. Which I get. It looks awesome.
I think so too. And they
Is
are
that like the grandmother?
That was mean. Yeah, so I would have loved to make this place for an older couple. Not older. I thought they'd be like
Right.
40 probably. 50, maybe have children that are already moved out. that kind of thing. So I did put a double bed in there, but as I said, playtesting was crazy, and I had to change it to a single bed later on. So who is this person living here?
So it's just one person, like maybe an art collector.
Oh yes, nice idea, I like that.
Like a or a museum director who kind of.
Yes, they do have a lot of traditional paintings and tapestry and that kind of thing around.
Right. Also looks not cheap, so there's that. I like this workspace.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that there's no like normal computer that comes with base game. They look crazy. They look so outdated. The computer I always use is the one from City Living. I'm sure almost everyone does that.
Do you mean
it
like
looks
laptop?
kind of like an iMac.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and this is the only iMac laptop I think that comes with base game, and it's actually hidden in some career thing.
When did this game come out? It didn't come out in like 2002.
2014.
Right, so why does a laptop look like it's from the last century?
Also, the computers, you haven't seen them, but they look so incredibly outdated.
Yeah.
I remember those from when I was young.
Right. And you're old as hell, so.
Hey, yeah. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there, so I just put that laptop there. I thought a lot of people that usually don't work from home also probably have a laptop instead of actual desktop tower PC.
Or you have both.
Or you do.
Which you need. You always need both. That's what I'm saying. So the more I look at this, the more I think the person who lives here is like maybe like a professor at a university. They maybe do like art or history or something like that.
That's a really nice spot.
Thanks. I made it myself. I also really like the big rug, especially when I feel like you have this big chill out area in the side there that you can't see right now.
The one outside?
No, the one right there with the couch.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate a good rug.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
I do too. I like.
Do you really?
Rug.
Is that
yes.
why you have a new rug?
Yes, I just bought a new rug. But I think the Sims 4 rugs, most of them are an atrocity.
Really?
Yes. I don't know why. They are just as outdated as the computers are.
Maybe,
I mean, the newer ones are fine, but oh my god.
Maybe we should make some of ourselves.
Yes, we should. So here you can see me making that bedroom that's gonna get scrapped in a minute.
What is it gonna end up being?
It was just a single bed, and the layout is kind of the same,
gotcha.
but it's just a single bed. The footprint made me think that you could get into this bed from the foot end, but you can't. You have to step in from the side as well, so that's why I basically did this the wrong way. They also do have a lot of plants. I don't know if you've noticed, but they have a ton of plants, and you do need some time to care for all of those plants. I mean, that outside area is massive and would need a lot of care.
Right.
They probably have a gardener.
I was gonna say they probably have a person. You're not gonna run a house like this by yourself. And all the cleaning you have to do and stuff like that, even that part, you're gonna have someone taking care of that.
This house is not that big. It's not even big enough. I mean, I could have made something smaller and squeezed in a bigger bedroom, I guess. Although I really like this tiny room upstairs bedroom thing. Right. I think that's really cozy. I just like small bedrooms.
Personally, I don't think I know of a single person with like a house who
you know someone with a house?
Yeah, I do. I actually have friends who live in houses. How about that? And they have cleaning people. Because I mean, I get it. Obviously, I would not want to clean a whole house, especially even this. You
wouldn't even want to clean an apartment.
I wouldn't. Yeah, exactly. Even this, which is not, as you said, is not enormous, but still a lot of space, a lot of nooks, and then you have the whole outside as well. Someone's got to take care of the water. That's part of what you gotta do.
That's true. And the koi fish.
I was gonna say you have to take care of the koi fish. So yeah, you're gonna have a housekeeper and a gardener probably.
Well, that's nice.
Or a family. and where you can make your kids do it.
Maybe this professor has kids that just come over from time to time and help him do all the housework.
That would be that. See, that's free labor. There you go. So that's the life tip. Honey Bella life tip.
Have children.
Have your kids do all the work.
Yeah. So this is the bedroom, the updated version of the bedroom.
I like how you can clearly tell that there was like supposed to be a double bed in there, and now it's just kind of like, oh, okay, there you go. That's better.
So room tour is coming up. Thank you so much for watching. Love you. Bye.
Goodbye. See you next time.